Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain for the Sony PlayStation 1. In the last video, we had a heck of a time. We got out of William the Just / the Nemesis fortress. We got the 100's secret, and then we headed back to Willendorf, where we fought Mobius, as well as anyone and everyone that he threw at us, before finally slaying Mobius. Now, when we came here, there was a weird glitch where Mobius did not speak after Mobius sicked a bunch of villagers on us, and I had to press L2 in order to get him to speak after I defeated all of the human opponents at the start of the enemy rush near the end of the last video. I did not expect that glitch to happen, and because of that, last video took way too long to make. And I had to try... I tried a couple things before finding out I just had to press L2. I mean, I got the secret. I did go back to get that. But I also just went past all of the village areas, didn't get anything from them, and just went straight here and thought maybe that would fix it. Nope, I had to press L2 on in the case that Mobius did not speak. Weird. I did not expect the game to glitch out like that, and I apologize. It did not do that to me in the practice run. I would apologize more profusely than I already am, but at the same time, I have been known to just find glitches on accident and even show a few off. And because of that, it was worth keeping in. It was worth going through. After we beat Mobius, we picked up his hourglass. And Mortanius told us to come to the Pillars of Nosgoth so we can finally get our vengeance. And as soon as we walk through the portcullis to the south, we will immediately head there. Get ready. And once we head to the Pillars of Nosgoth and get there, just head to the right towards the pillars.
You betrayed us, Mortanius. You had Kain killed and turned him into a monster. You set him upon us.
It had to be. Napraptor's insanity poisoned all of our minds. The Circle had failed in its sworn duties. It had to be destroyed.
Failed our duties? Idiot! The Circle exists for us. We don't exist for it. Our powers will save or damn Nosgoth at our whim. Stand with us, Mortanius, or die.
Then I shall die.
the circle is to be destroyed, you have to die as well, Necromancer. I admire your cunning, but you will not escape your fate.
Nay, I will embrace it, but my death will leave one more to take, Princeling. Finish me!
And from here, we fight Mortanius. Get your repel spell ready and take care of these guys that keep spawning the skeleton soldiers. Get past them with the flame sword, then start hacking away at Mortanius. If any of the enemies come at you, you'll have the repel spell as well as the chaos armor to protect you. Now Mortanius will keep summoning these light green color skeletons, which will blow up on you, but as long as you're using repel, you will be safe. And I need to get closer.
You thought yourself a king, when in fact you were a pawn. You have served me well, Kain.
I serve no one.
Indeed, such narrow vision. Don't you see? My silencing of Ariel and its calculated repercussions is but the first act in my theater of grand guignol, of which you are the tragic hero. Play on, little vampire. Play on.
Fay Victus!
And from here, we face Mortanius's true form. Just like with the first battle, you want to keep the repel spell active. And you just want to watch where Mortanius pops up. You just want to keep slashing away at him. Eventually, he will fall on the floor, sink through it, and then show up somewhere else near you. Just keep getting all those hits in, and eventually he'll teleport again. Just keep repel active. That way he doesn't hit you on the way back up out of the ground. And just keep hitting with the flame sword while he just stands there. This is all that Mortanius' second phase does. As long as you keep repel active, he won't hurt you. Just keep casting repel, repositioning yourself, and then smacking away. If you are fast, you should be able to get 8 hits with the flame sword per cycle. And there we go. Now, if you save, believe it or not, when you reload this file, you'll go back to Mortanius' second phase, you can easily fight him, and you can make the choice that you're about to make.
I am the last pillar, the only survivor of the Circle of Nine. At my whim, the world will be healed or damned. At my whim.
By the way, those 2 cards that I didn't pick up, those let you place what you got from Mobius and I believe Elzevir at the pillars in order to restore 2 of the pillars. I thought maybe I'd be able to be allowed to show off what the speech from those 2 cards after I defeated Mortanius, but apparently the game didn't let me. But you're not missing out on much with those 2 cards. They're pretty much optional at this point in the game for all points and purposes. I mean, if you choose to grab them during the battle, which you can easily do, you can. It's just 2 more instances of Kain restoring 2 of the pillars. And now we have a choice to make, because we're the last pillar. If we sacrifice ourselves, we will take Ariel's place, restore the Pillar of Balance, and restore balance to Nosgoth. Nosgoth will be safe once again. That's assuming we pick the card on the right. If we pick the card on the left, we will curse it. Nosgoth will be doomed. The pillars will be broken. There will be no way to restore them. Kain will be a dark god. Let's see what happens when we grab the card on the right.
In his life, he was unknown, a petty noble. In death, he was unknown. Yet by choosing oblivion, he restored balance to the land. Shades cast no shadows.
And while we are victorious, we can do better than that. What if we... Well, that's interesting. There's a random screen from a random video for the credits. Wild. While we save the world in that ending, what if we pick the other one? Let's find out. Welcome back. Time to see what happens if we curse Nosgoth.
Once I embraced my powers, I realized that Vorador was correct. We are gods. Dark gods. And it is our duty to thin the herd.
And with that, Nosgoth is doomed forever. But we did it! We beat this game with all 100 secrets and with the Devourer of Worlds rank. I know that my stats are a little different between endings. I did have a save ready from earlier for just in case. So that's why I have 910 mutilations now as opposed to 902 when I showed off the good ending. But we did it. This has been Legacy of Kain. What a game. Even if it did have a few weird glitches near the end. I really don't know what to say about this game other than that, as long as it was quite the journey. Graphics are alright for the time. They don't seem all that detailed. The cutscenes look alright. I know 3D graphics have gotten better since then, but what you get here isn't all that bad. It could have looked a lot worse. The music I like, especially some of the music near the beginning of the game. There's a track called On the Road to Vengeance, which plays very early on. And I like the voice acting too. Pretty good voice acting for the 90s, I do have to admit. I felt like I was playing a movie with this one. And not surprisingly, a lot of people felt they were playing a good movie, and that's why this game was a pretty good success and ended up getting a whole bunch of sequels. And wait for it. There we go. The play control, I did get my shoulder buttons confused, but thankfully it wasn't that bad. I still managed to do what I wanted to do in the end. So I really can't complain all that much. I mean, I did get R1 and R2 confused, so sometimes I was like, oh, wait, I gotta press the other button so I can use a Heart of Darkness or use Repel or something. Like, that was the extent of my frustration with the controls. But aside from that, Kain controlled pretty well. The game controlled pretty well, and I'm glad that it did. So, good marks on that as well. And finally, replay value. There's quite a bit to this game. This game is a bit of a journey. It is pretty long. You may put this down for a little while before playing it again, but this is definitely one that I wouldn't blame you if you went back to it sometime after you beat it, just to relive it under, I guess you could say, some more experienced eyes. Just so you could go through the story again, listen to all the characters' voice acting, because there's some pretty good voice acting, there's some pretty good story here. You're doing a lot of trekking, you're definitely doing a lot of secret finding too, and I'm surprised that I managed to find all of them and get the Battle of Worlds rank. And there's just so much to this game. If you like being in a top-down perspective and slashing things with a sword a lot, and I mean a lot, this is definitely the game for you. I mean, this was a magical operation. I did not know that that would do that if I left that on screen long enough. Don't really know what else to say. I forgot what I was going to say. Don't be surprised if you come back just to see if you can find all 100 secrets again, too, because you don't necessarily have to find them. I mean, it's just for bragging rights. But if you're able to find all 100 secrets and keep track of everything and see everything that this game has to offer, it's quite the game. And you don't need me to tell you that you need to get this game. Go get this game. Seriously, this game, while it was the only game in the series to have a 2D top-down perspective and play kind of like a mature Zelda game, I guess I don't really know how else to say it. it did set the tone for everything in the rest of the game. It did set the tone for all that was to follow. And I really don't know what else to say other than this is a nice, dark, gritty game for the mid to late 90s, for the beginning of the PlayStation, Saturn, and 64 era. And if you like stuff that's dark, gritty, violent, mature, this is definitely one of the older games out there that I definitely recommend getting your hands on. And with that, I think I have pretty much everything said that I want to say. Go get this game, try it out, give it a shot. You'll at least appreciate what you see. And if you do manage to dig in, be prepared to dig in for a while and have a heck of a time doing it. So, this has been Let's Play Blood Omen Legacy of Kain for the Sony PlayStation 1. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did, maybe a little bit more. And hopefully I will be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad. Maybe it'll be somewhere in between, who knows. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care. Stay safe. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later.